Did you know that nearly 50% of marriages end in divorce today? What is driving this alarming trend? Could it be the change in values? Do we have high expectations? Or is it because of the fast-paced world we are living in today? Hello everyone, welcome back to Talks and Trends, your space for open conversation and latest happenings. Again, we have our guest. I think by now we all know him. And this is Mr. Bamlese George, director and owner of Harmon Schools, who has been in this field of education for 2 decades, coming to 3 decades actually. He has been with Kennedy Senior Secondary School, and now we have Harmony Schools, nursery, kindergarten, primary. We also have high school here. High school, we are talking about secondary school. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. She has already introduced me, George Bableseo, a teacher and a lover of children who has passion to train young people into impactful adults. And now that we're here at Harmony Schools, where it's a place where we train young people into being useful, responsible, and impactful.
Very impactful. And you know why we are here? Because we are talking about topics that are affecting families, and we believe that children, they come from families. So we chose this kind of environment to remind the educators there, to remind the parents there, to raise your children in the way that they'll grow and be of good impact, be impactful to the society. So today we are dealing with a very serious and fragile topic, and that is divorce. Why are more couples separating ways these days? Is it because of the society? Is it because of the pressure? What are those reasons that are causing marriages to break? Why are people separating? Who is the best person to talk about this topic if it's not Mr. Bamlese George? Please, the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, Thank you for watching and listening. Marriage is a very important institution. And as we know, marriage is not our initiative. Marriage is for God. God created it, started it, and was the first to actually plant a marriage. And it is divine. So marriage is a gift from God to every adult. And a gift is something that needs to be held preciously because it is something that comes from someone who loves you, someone who treasures you. So God gives us marriage as a gift. So we need to treasure it that way. Unfortunately, right from the Garden of Eden, we see that the devil started striking marriage right there and up to today. So as life has gone on and on, marriage has been a target. And when you hit the marriage, you hit the community.
Yeah.
Definitely the family and the community and the country and the world at large. So now, there are lots of things that have come into the society that have negatively impacted the marriages. So we see people start marriages on weak foundation. People are not prepared for the marriages. People go into marriages because it is the age, it is the time, but they don't actually know, they don't appreciate what marriage responsibility is, because marriage is beyond love.
Yeah.
Marriage is beyond love.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot say, because I love him, I love her, I'll marry her, or I'll get married to him because I love. Love is not enough.
Yeah.
There is much more in the marriage than just love.
Yes.
Because we all know, for example, me, this last Saturday, the 13th of December, I made 16 years in marriage.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes. So 16 years to some people is a long period.
Yeah.
To some, because there is my pastor who yesterday celebrated 65 years in a marriage.
Wow.
You see? So when you look at that, I have been there 16 years. Someone has been there 10 years. There is that person who has been there 65 years.
Yeah.
There are also those who are there in between there.
Yeah.
But there are also people who have stayed in the marriage one day. There are people who have stayed in the marriage a week, a month. Those are all there. But now, another day, we shall talk about what sustains or what is the difference. However, we're now talking about divorce. Which is rampant these days. So we look at some of the reasons what brings about this. One, we have talked about, there's a time we talked about a boy child, whereby a boy is trained and groomed into being a man who has to be a husband, who has to be the head of the home, the protector, the provider, the caretaker of the home. These are marriage responsibilities. Now we see that these are, because of the society perception, these boys grow into men and become husbands unprepared. So we find them being husbands who are never prepared to take the full responsibility of a husband. Now you find that they reach there and bam, things come. Everything is on you. Everyone has to be taken care of you. As children, you have a child needs money. Fees comes in, other things come in, other things come in. You see, financial needs will keep rising. You see? So now, this man who was never prepared for that starts getting stressed. Yes. And now starts, instead of being calm, remember, Sate told him, you are a man. So he has to remain a man. But this is a man who has now to use, to force himself in the marriage as a man. But he cannot stand the pressure of responsibility. Now, there are two things. He will start thinking of running out of the home. He will start thinking of having this woman leave him. Now, what happens there is no longer love. Now, whatever he does there, it's, I need to end this. I can't provide, I can't care, I can't stand the demands, and now this marriage should end.
And also his freedom. He feels he doesn't have his freedom.
When you come into the marriage, there's freedom that has to be given up.
Okay.
For a man, there's that freedom you have to give up. Your life is fully taken up. You have to supply and supply and supply, work, die for the family.
But no, what is the role of a wife in a marriage here?
Oh my, another day we shall talk about the role of the wife. A wife has so many things that she does that keep that marriage the way it is, or the home. However, the woman will only respond 80% or 90% responds to the activities of the man.
Okay.
And all his or all her contribution
Mm.
is derived from the actions of the man.
Mm.
That's why in the Bible they say that whatever it is, your desire will always still be for your man.
Okay.
So everything the woman does to keep this marriage is a response to the actions of the man. So finally, it still keeps on the man. What you do in the home, it is the response you'll get.
So what about this man who feels like he's giving his whole, he's doing whatever he can to keep the family together, he's a provider, he's a protector, but still the marriage is not working out?
Yes. You know, there are lots of things that keep the marriage.
Mm.
Maybe I can bring out just one hint.
Okay.
Love is very important.
Mm.
Respect is very important.
Mm.
Communication is very important.
Mm.
As good as the other provision, protection, whatever, and all other things. It's a combination.
Mm.
Now, when it comes to a woman to respond positively and above 100% in that home, for you to have a home that gives you the comfort, she must feel loved.
Okay.
That feeling must be there. And you need to discover what makes my wife feel loved, that I can also enjoy the joy and happiness in that home. Me bringing the food, paying the fees, building a house, having a big business is not enough to give me joy in the home. This woman, my wife, should feel loved. Now, it varies from home to home, marriage to marriage, woman to woman. It varies. What makes my wife feel so loved may not be what makes his wife. So you as a man, you need to discover it.
Okay.
And when you do it, and let me tell you, when you discover it, it's not a big thing. Women, this is my perception, and I've seen it work. Women do not need so much. No. When you discover, and one of the things is one, let them, you respect them. Let them feel valued in the home. Give them the time. Listen. Let her feel like her voice is heard in that home. Let her feel that she's really part of you. And there are a few things that you can add on that. And I want to tell you, this woman will make a home for you. There are people in marriages, but their houses are not homes. It is a hell. They come home, there are question after question, question after question. And you'll find that after that, they will go silent because everyone has questions, none has answers.
Yeah.
And now the feeling of incompatibility will start coming. The feeling of incompatibility will start coming. And now everyone will start thinking that, yes, I think I'm with the wrong person. The compatibility is not there. And now the pressure is too much. The demands are too much. And maybe I ended up with the wrong person. Start thinking, how do we end this? So we started from the issue of society. I mean, how the boy child has been let grow into a husband, which husband was never prepared for the responsibilities, bumps into them, and then they all pile too much pressure on this, and then does not know how to handle it, and instead will want to run out, will be violent in that home, will make it hell for himself and the woman, and then everyone will start thinking, how do we get out of it? And it is rampant nowadays.
No, okay. There is this thing. Why don't men want to be questioned? Because I think someone asks a question because they want to know something, or maybe they have not understood uh, they have not understood what you're saying, or they need to know what is going on. You know, I think you mentioned about communication in marriage.
Mm.
So I think this is where communication comes in.
Mm.
That you have to talk to your wife. The wife has to talk to the husband. You need to air out whatever issue. You know, sometimes women, we have this tendency of thinking that the man understands what I'm thinking
Mm.
before I even say it out.
Mm.
Like, oh no, he should be knowing what I'm thinking. He should be knowing that I don't want these things here.
Mm.
So, what do you talk about that?
Uh, but I want to urge the youth and those who are yet to be in marriage and those who are in the marriage. One key thing that you have to keep in your marriage is communication.
Mm.
Let me tell you, once communication dies in the marriage, it is the beginning of all trouble.
Yes.
Communication is keep talking,
Mm-hmm.
keep talking,
Even
keep
when he
sharing.
pretends not to listen.
Yes. No. It has to be two-way.
Oh yeah.
It has to be two-way. Please, please, whoever you got married to and whoever you married, that one is your life partner. Has to be your best half, has to be your best friend, has to be someone that you can share with everything about you. There should be something that you feel free to share with such a person. And when that fails in the marriage, I want to tell you that marriage will end sooner or later. So, men, as I told you before, that it is the background. When a man speaks, a woman never says anything.
Yeah.
When a man makes a mistake, he does not say sorry, doesn't apologize. It is all from the society that comes with these boys and grow into men. But it's not like that in marriage. When we are in marriage, I should be answerable. As a man, my wife will ask me, where have you been? I've waited for you. And your phones were not on. You were not picking. I should be able to answer. Because if I don't answer, I put questions and conclusions in her head.
Yes.
So which conclusions I don't know how she's going to build it that will affect my marriage. Let me give the answer. She will believe it or she may not believe it. But let me give the answer. Men, when you make a mistake, please apologize. It is one way you can keep a marriage.
Yes.
It's one way. So it is not right for a man to be in a home when you cannot answer.
Yeah.
And the same way as a woman, when a man has questions, answer.
Yeah. Or maybe even when the women, when they're asking the questions, you should ask politely. They should not, or where are you coming from? Where have you been? Why are you coming in at this hour of the day?
That's why I said that respect is key in a home. Even when I'm asking a question, it should be with all due respect.
Yes.
Because this is your husband. He's not just any other man. This one is your wife. Is not just like any other woman.
Yeah.
So as you talk to this person, even when you think there's an error, do it with all due respect.
Yeah.
He's the mother of your children, deserves all the respect. He's the father of your children, deserves all the respect. He is the head of the home, deserves that status. So you need to ask with all due respect. So whenever we are talking, please, wives, when you're talking to your husband, have it in your mind that this is my head, is the head of the home. So as I speak, the way you speak to your bosses, do you know that there are some women who kneel down for their bosses, but they never kneel down for their husbands? Who give all the respect to their bosses, but they never give the slightest to their husbands. That is wrong. Let me tell you, the job will end.
But your husband is
your life partner. If your marriage ends, I want to tell you, a big part of your life will have ended. So you would rather have a marriage kept and the joy in the marriage kept, create it and keep it, than when you can have it out there, and yet when all the world closes, you have to come back in the home. Be with a person that you actually never connected. That's why you see some of the men, when they have worked all their life, has been working in Nairobi, has been in Johannesburg, has been in London, has been where, doing all sorts of things. And then after all that working, he has built a house, he has done a business, he has paid fees and whatever. When all that has ended, many years around, comes back home.
Yeah.
Ends up in a home where he never created the connections.
Oh, yeah.
Comes back to a wife who actually has has connected with the children. They have what to talk about. They have, but they have no business with
her
him.
husband. Yeah.
And now this man will have the feeling of loneliness in his own home. And shortly, this man will start falling sick and he will die.
How about will he think of divorce? Because now we are talking about divorce here.
Because now the issue of divorce now here, he may not think of divorce at that age because now he has retired, he has come home. Think if some of those men that work abroad and whatever, they end up actually have their wives divorce them.
Oh yeah,
because they're not available. And one of the things that a woman needs is availability. So this man is not there. So chances are that this man will return when the woman divorced.
You talked about availability. I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and you know, almost the whole street, most of the houses around that place, the husbands are never available. So it clicked in my mind, and I was like, okay, so there's another trend now of men not being available. They are working long distance. Their jobs are in different countries, different places, far away from their homes, and they come once in a while, once in a week, or twice a week, a month. So, what do you think about that?
Availability in a marriage is key. Our friends who are on this show, in your plans, as you are to get a partner, as a man, the things you need to think about. Have a business that will keep you at home, that will keep you close to the home.
But they said they need to provide. If the money is coming from there, then, so do they have to choose between providing so they can stay home, or
no, it's a plan. I started with the young people that you plan it, that when time comes and you have a marriage, you have a family, start a business that will keep you close to your family. Family bonds are built and they are strengthened with availability. Discipline in the children is groomed, is grown, it is trained, and the key thing there is availability. When you do all that you do out there, when you are not available, you will lose your marriage, you will lose your children without knowing. Providing for them, you can give them all the best life. You can give them the money, you can pay for them in a very good schools. But when you are not available, they will be out of your hand. Your wife will be out of your hand. The children will also be out of your hand. You'll come back when you cannot actually control them. So availability is key. So as we plan, all those provisions and whatever is a responsibility. But think about it. When you go into employment, it's very important that you plan to get money that can start a business that finally, for the longest part of your life, you'll be at home with your family. So availability is key. So when you have a marriage, you have a family, and you are still doing long distance for many years, you're going to lose your family. You will lose it.
Okay, let's talk about expectations.
Yes.
Do women have like so many expectations from their men? Okay, when we are getting into this marriage, I will not say only women, men and women, when they are getting into marriage, do they have high expectations for this union? Like maybe some marry for wrong reasons or for right reasons, or they get into the marriage with different ideas in their minds or different expectations. And when they get into the marriage, they find when the story is totally different from what they expected.
Yeah. Marriage, just like I told you, is a gift from God that every human being deserves to have. Now, when you have, God has a purpose for this marriage. Marriage is companionship, whereby when the two join, they become more powerful than when he or she was one. So this power is put together for growth, multiplication, for subduing the world. Now, and the most important purpose is to prepare people who will fear the Lord and people who will inherit the heavenly kingdom. That is the purpose. Now, when you come into the marriage, it should be working together to fulfill that big purpose. Now, when we come together, expectation should not be just one side. Society, these days things have changed. A woman will come into the marriage and will expect everything to be done by the man, which is the original setting. But demands and needs have become too enormous that a man alone cannot manage, cannot sustain it. So in this marriage, we join hands. A woman does something, a man does something, we put together and move forward.
But now that brings us to the how did they call it here? The change in value, or the trends around the world now. Because before, in our grandparents, they used to stay home and the grandfathers will provide. Now things have changed. Women are saying, no, 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 no. Men were supposed to provide. And we women were supposed to be taken care of. Now, why do they want us to be part of the responsibilities at home? You find a woman is working, she's even earning more than what the husband is earning, but she's comfortable. She's saying, no, I'll not contribute because it's your responsibility as a man to take care of me and your children. So, what do you talk about that?
Friends, Madam Monica, time will come when we shall talk about how do you choose a suitable spouse. Because the divorce we are talking about is an accident. It is a result of an accident that really occurred when we were choosing each other. So even the expectations that we are talking about, it has to be aligned in the process of choosing a suitable spouse. So when you do not go through the right process, you'll end up in the divorce. And now, what women feel, things have changed. Maybe before I say that, cultures vary. You'll go to certain places where women work for the men. Then you go to certain places where a man has to work fully for the woman.
Yes.
And you go to certain places where there is joint responsibility. So now you'll find that in this process of getting a suitable spouse, you need also get to know that. If I'm choosing a woman with a background where a man is the one supposed to work, I should know that.
I should not complain.
Yeah, I don't complain. If even you, the woman, if this man is coming from a background where women were working for the men, you should also know it.
Please keep that in mind.
If you expect this man to work for you and yet has a background, has seen the mother is the one has been working and now is getting you who has a background of where the father is the one who was working,
There's
you will
going to
never
be a
match.
problem. Yes.
You never match.
Mm.
So it is very, very important.
Yes.
Very, very important
Mm.
that as we choose a suitable spouse,
Mm.
the process must be followed. Now, the expectations,
Mm.
all this issue of the woman is working,
Mm.
but still thinks the man
Should
is the one who
provide.
should be to provide,
Mm.
it is a result of the background.
Mm.
And it's a conflict that has come into the marriage because there was no background check before we chose each other.
Mm.
So it also takes us back to the preparation of the boy child.
Mm.
That this boy child should be prepared. How do you choose a suitable spouse? How do you succumb or how do you contain the marriage pressures?
Mm.
How do you make your home a home and a happy home?
Mm.
That training must come. So there are mistakes or problems in marriages now that may not have any human being give solutions other than divine intervention. Now we need to go back to the youth and
Yeah.
prepare them for marriages that will give them peace, that will give them hope and prosperity.
Thank you so much, Mr. George. It's
However,
always beautiful to have you.
Sorry, I wouldn't want to completely
Mm.
give, I want to give hope
Mm.
to those who are in the marriages that are like
Okay,
that.
please go ahead.
Please go back to the drawing board.
Mm.
This is your marriage
Mm.
and it is your responsibility.
Mm.
Seek help, seek counseling,
Mm-hmm.
go to your pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Let it be your effort to make it work, and it will surely work. Please, it is never too late. If two of you are committed to make it work.
Oh yeah, that's also important. Thank you for coming. It's always a pleasure having you. Please, you can leave your comment in the comment section. You can also don't forget to subscribe, like, and also share. And if you have any question, please leave your questions in the comment section. We'll be so glad to get back to you to share. Mr. Bamlese is always here with us. We can have him at any time. And if you have any topic you want us to talk about, please leave it in the comment section. Thank you so much. Bye.